So Akademiks is snitching on himself again. How's it going, Jtomreactions community and YouTube? It's your boy Jtomreactions, and I'm here with another edition of Jtomreactions, y'all. So Akademiks is snitching again, even though he may know or may not know that he's snitching, but he's doing it. He's snitching on Drake, and he's also snitching on Grand Wizard, who I believe snitched on him first. Who's Grand Wizard? The person that runs his Akademiks TV page on X. But anyways, DeVille has this video for us. But before we get into that, I just want to thank Kang for subscribing to the Jtomreactions community. Hey! Shout out to you. And if you guys want to become a part of this wonderful community, all you guys got to do is hit that subscribe button for me. All right? Sorry. Hit that subscribe button for me. All right? Also, like, comment, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Also, go ahead and hit that hype button. The hype button is also important. Go ahead and hit that button as well. And also hit that noti bell for me. So that way YouTube can let you know whenever I drop another video. Now, Vil, let me know how the fuck Ak is snitching over here. Ak. No, not Ak. Vil. Jtomreactions. You already know, man. Let's fucking go.
Exposed Akademikstv for snitching on Drake and Akademiks themselves. Now, if you don't know, there is a Twitter account by the name of Akademikstv that is ran by an individual.
If you guys want to watch this video uninterrupted, because like I just did right now, I stop the video and I give my input, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I will stop the video and I will give my input. Doesn't matter how long I give, I fucking talk, just like I'm doing right now. So if you guys want to watch this video uninterrupted, the link will be in the description. Now, sorry, Vil. Sorry that I cut you off. Let me go back 5 seconds. Boom.
No, there is a Twitter account by the name of Akademikstv that is ran by an individual named George, who lives in Australia, who's also known as Grand Wizard. He apparently has been approached by investigators, and once these investigators had spoke to him, he had snitched on Akademiks and Drake, saying that he takes orders from them both, and Charlemagne is the one with this information, and then went out the way to tell Akademiks as a warning. The funny part after this is that Charlemagne ended up getting backlash from Akademikstv, George Nguyen, the same guy that was getting approached by these investigators. And the problem is that they think that Charlemagne is responsible. Charlemagne,
if it wasn't true, why would you go on a campaign talking shit about Charlemagne? Why would you go on a campaign talking about that shit? If a person feels like they're being attacked, if a person feels like they like the truth is being exposed, somebody like that is gonna go on this tirade and a campaign to smear the other person's name, so that way they can get ahead of it, right? But again, it's just me talking. Let's fucking go.
Is the one that is telling them this information. So I'm not sure how he's responsible for these investigators approaching them, but because he's the one that gave them the heads up, I guess they feel like him or Rock Nation are responsible for this situation, which is completely ridiculous considering that they have a lot of enemies and they don't know where it's coming from. They have no idea who is investigating them, but still chose to talk to these investigators and still decided to open their mouth. Now, Charlemagne explains also, we're going to go ahead and...
Okay. I don't believe that they don't know who the investigators are. If you're getting sued by a state, if you're getting sued by multiple states, these investigators are going to come and talk to you. The state is obviously, doing something and hiring investigators to go and talk to you about who runs Akademikstv, who you're getting your marching orders from, what the fuck, what are you, things like that. So that's my personal opinion. You could put two and two together, Again, if y'all don't want to hear my opinion, just go on. Go to the next thing, Fuck it.
Check it out.
Asked me who was behind it, and I said I couldn't tell him. That's not true. I said I don't know, but I would find out. But what I did tell him was that these three individuals, Carson McCoy, another guy named Alex Ocha, and George Nguyen. How you pronounce it, Chris? It's a Vietnamese name. Nguyen.
Nguyen is the closest, yeah.
George Nguyen. He's ran with the chat nigga. And he is from Australia. What we were told was the Carson kid and George were getting investigated, got pressed by investigators.
Now, Charlemagne apparently is finding this information out by an individual named Carson. Carson is somebody who also dealt with the account Akademikstv before passing it to George Nguyen and allegedly Drake as well.
They cooperated.
No, not Grandy.
And told and said that they.
Hey, if y'all don't know about Akademikstv, they talk a lot of shit on X. You can go on there. They do a lot of smearing. Pause. They do a lot of smearing and campaigns on people's name, and that's exactly what's going on. Akademikstv is going in on Charlemagne, and they're talking shit. they're talking shit, major shit, because their name is now being exposed, right? So again, let's continue. I'm gonna keep pausing the video.
Get their marching orders from Akademiks and Drake. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's not true. I'm just
Grandy's Vietnamese.
What is he? He lives in Australia. Yo, I sent Ak the pictures they sent us of him, and Ak goes, "Who is this?" And I go, "They say this is the George Grand Wizard chat nigga dude." And then he was like, "What? I thought he was skinny." And so I guess when he sent Grand the pictures, Grand confirmed, like, "Yeah, man, I got these pictures sent to me, a few months ago."
Now, what's crazy is the fact that people finally know how George looks like. It's an Asian man, a Vietnamese man from Australia who is handling this account. And this should already tell you that this is bad. If you are in Australia and you have investigators looking into you and you have no idea where they're coming from, I don't know why you decided to speak to them in the first place. But I think he was so shook that they had pictures of him and his family that he ended up trying to talk to them to see what's going on, and ended up spilling the truth that he does take orders from Akademiks and Drake.
I don't know, but sometimes
that's crazy. That right there is crazy to me, because Ak, before all this shit, he said that he was non-biased, right? But now this page is getting marching orders from the horse's mouth to spew people's names and to like smear their names to make himself look better, to make Drake look better. Yo, that's insane. That's another way that you how can you take anything that access serious now?
Be in business with people and aren't fully aware of all the things that they may be doing. There's this guy in Australia, he wrote an article called, what was his name? His name is Kishore. Damn, what's his name, Chris? You know his name? He wrote this article.
Is this alleged, by the way? Like, are we?
Well, this is an article from Australia. It says the rapper, the crypto billionaire, and the Instagram mystery man.
And we're going to dig deeper into this article because apparently this is where the private investigator was first mentioned. This is where the photos of George Nguyen were first revealed, and a lot more information as well. It says, who is George Nguyen? Unlike Drake, who has 5 Grammy Awards, Nguyen is relatively a known quantity, with the Virginia lawsuit being one of the few public documents about his life online. According to sources familiar with the litigation, he is a man in his 30s who lives with his parents and spends most of his time posting memes on the internet. In 2021, he registered the business name Grandavious Chat with the corporate regulator. Documents filed with the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, the ASIC, indicate the name is linked to 2-bedroom fibro shack in Cabramatta, owned by 2 people with the same last name as him. So apparently those are his parents. When contacted by the masthead, Nguyen hung up. He did not return subsequent calls and messages. On Instagram and X, he is a lot less shy. Under his handle, Grand Wizard was the title used by leaders of the clan. He unleashes thousands of memes, hip-hop gossip items, tabloid news clippings, and videos to over 500,000 followers while never revealing his face or any details of his identity. Widespread chatter on social media suggests that Nguyen also administers the Instagram page of a close associate called Livingston George Allen, also known as DJ Akademiks, a hip-hop podcaster and influencer with millions of followers across various platforms, who streams lengthy, rambling videos while swigging Hennessy from the bottle. Allen describes Nguyen as my boy.
Oh shit! The way they describe Ak is I gotta hear that again. That's hilarious. Let's go.
An influencer with millions of followers across various platforms who streams lengthy, rambling videos while swigging Hennessy from the bottle. Allen describes Nguyen as my boy and Big X's top
Henny
lieutenant
man.
Grandy. Nguyen's Instagram profile picture features an image of Allen. Both men's accounts were amongst those heavily promoting Drake during a messy, widely publicized beef with Lamar, flooding the zone with memes, backing the Canadian and attacking his Californian rival. While the two rappers have been rivals for over a decade now, their feud escalated in 2024. As the beef grew, both rappers and their backers would accuse the other party of illegally inflating streaming numbers, which remain a key source of bragging rights and the focus of the Virginia lawsuit.
Illegally inflating numbers. And I forgot about that. I forgot you're getting sued for that. You're getting sued from Stake for inflating numbers and illegally promoting like your gambling shit. Oh shit.
Nguyen, operating under his Instagram alias, was squarely in Drake's corner online in one of many of his posts. Nguyen describes the rapper as the greatest lyricist of our generation, but he is more than just a distant admirer. When Nguyen's Instagram account was compromised last year, hackers revealed screenshots of him exchanging messages with Drake, which were subsequently posted on Reddit. The two discussed had to deal with the pro-Lamar social media accounts and make crude jokes about the NFL quarterback Patrick Mahomes' brother Jackson. And this is the exact video that they're talking about. This is Grand Wizard's account that Drake had gotten back for him. And these are the DMs that they had leaked. This is him messaging Drake. This is him saying the stuff about Snow. We talked about Snow on this channel where Drake had a live stream with her, talking to random people. A very strange, very weird, creepy live stream. We talked about it later. And then that's not the only thing they talked about. They also talked about Not Like Us. There was several things that Grand Wizard would send him and Drake would respond to it. So a lot of people are thinking that Drake doesn't have time to engage with a fan account or someone that works for Akademiks. No, you're wrong. He does. He has a lot of time. You could see him.
Damn, dude. Damn. And all this shit is on the internet for everyone to see. If you guys don't, I know the Ville has done a couple of these videos, and that's why he has access to those videos, because he's done reaction videos towards everything that's been going on. He knows, man. I totally forgot about this shit. A lot has happened this past year and a half. I'm just saying. God damn.
Responding to the messages, you see where he sends him the information. Drake is quick to respond to it, and then he gets back to him. He gets back to him if he has any other relying information that he wants to send to Drake. So I don't get why people think that they're not in cahoots with each other. If
they got your ass.
he was able to pay a large lump sum of money just so that way the account could get back in his hands, then I don't see why people can't believe that he could be in cahoots with him or send messages in his favor or post stuff in his favor. Even the stuff from the Meet the Grams, even the stuff from Ebony Prince, all of this stuff was from Ebony Prince. And we've talked about him a lot on this channel. He was sending them information about that where Drake was still responding. Still no idea what that shit is. I thought he planted the information, right? I guess not, because he didn't even know where it was from. There's a lot of things that he sends them. It makes no sense why people think that they're not in contact with each other.
And that's another reason why that lawsuit made no sense. When you ask for all the information from Kendrick, when you ask for all the information from Kendrick, like the DNA test, like the fucking his criminal record, all that shit that you asked Kendrick provide. Why? I thought you knew this information. I thought you planted all that information, and I thought everything that you said was facts. If it was facts, why ask for the information? I thought you knew the information. All right, let's go.
That Drake doesn't have time to respond to him when you could clearly see their DMs right here in front of us. It says, yet despite court documents placing Nguyen just 1 degree of separation from celebrity, his offline identity remains mysterious. Even Allen says he does not know who Nguyen actually is. I don't know who Grand Wizard is. It's my boy, but he might be AI.
I don't know who Grand Wizard is. It's my boy, but he might be AI. What did he say?
Grand Wizard is AI. He never sent me a selfie, he said during a stream last year. The closest anyone's came to hearing Nguyen's actual voice was on one of Allen's YouTube live streams last October. In it, Allen played a recording he claims is a phone call with a private investigator flown in from United States and camped outside Nguyen's front door, who proceeds to ask him a series of questions about his role in funding bot campaigns for Drake. So the private investigator is from the United States, referring to himself as the wizard and speaking with an American accent that occasionally slips. Nguyen makes claims about being friends with Ross and Drake and owning a mansion in Melbourne, Texas, and California. Me and my guys are running the media, Nguyen, a Vietnamese Australian, says. The woman asks Nguyen about steak. Ma'am, I'm just a gambler on steak. I love the product. He says, you ever heard of Eddie Craven? Nguyen asked the investigator, but Craven has not heard of Nguyen. There is no affiliation between Nguyen and Steak or Ed, regardless of what's claimed in the court document, a spokesman for Steak said. Now, this right here is a lie because clipping is also ran by Eddie Craven. And this is the problem here. If Eddie Craven owns Steak and he owns Kick and he owns clipping and Akademiks TV or George Nguyen uses clipping, then that means that Eddie Craven must know who he is. And if Nguyen is asking the investigator if she knows Eddie Craven, then obviously they have some type of rapport with each other. They have some type of relationship with each other. You're one of the biggest clippers that uses his platform. How would you not know who he is? Right here, I think the spokesperson for Steak is lying. I think Eddie Craven does know Akademiks just as much as he knows George Nguyen.
And if Ak used to have Steak plastered all over his shit, if Ak isn't a spokesperson, and if Grand Wizard isn't a spokesperson, why have Steak plastered all over your shit? You know, why do that? I don't understand that.
And this is information that I found about the investigator. Apparently, it is an American woman who decided to sleep outside George's house to ask him these questions. But as far as where they come from, it's still not confirmed. And I think that's the part that is driving them insane. I mean, it would drive anybody crazy if you found an investigator sleeping outside your house waiting to ask you questions. But let's continue with the audio.
Newspaper out there in Australia. So apparently this was a big deal. Like they came to Grand Wizard's house, aka George Nguyen, and was talking to his parents and was talking to him. And this is all allegedly him and the dude Carson were cooperating and just told them, hey, we do these things because of these two individuals, you know, Akademiks and Drake. Once again, I don't know if this is true or not. I just decided to tell Ak what the hell was going on.
Personally, I think that the investigator is somebody who's involved in this lawsuit.
Also, Ak told me that Carson.
So they're rolling on, according to this, they're
Same. Again, for people that are getting investigated is because either somebody hired them, or the state. If you're being sued by the state, they're gonna send an investigator to check you out and ask you some questions to see, like, you know, what's going on. Like, are you involved in this gambling shit? Are you involved in the promotion of Steak? What is it that's going on? You know? So yeah, let's continue.
rolling on Ak,
Who's rolling on that?
the Grandy, and then the other person.
They just said that they're cooperating, and they said that the two people they get their marching orders from was Akademiks and Drake.
But are they so they're cooperating against?
That's what it sounded like to me.
And we know this is true, or this is all alleged right now.
I'm just showing you what they said. They said it's been an investigation.
I just don't want to throw things on people that I find hilarious.
He's not hilarious. He is not funny. Akademiks TV, George Nguyen, is posting the most horrific shit, the most foul shit. Not only are they talking shit about people they don't like, but they say the most craziest shit that you could imagine.
But Ak told me that Carson used to work for him, but Carson don't work for him no more. And we were told that Carson used to run Akademiks TV, but now allegedly George and Drake run Akademiks TV. Now I told Ak all of this. Like
Akademiks TV is a.
it's like a Twitter page.
Oh shit. Hey, y'all, hold up real quick. All right, I was having technical difficulties. Oh shit. There we go. That's better. Nah, but so that means that these motherfuckers are getting their marching orders from Drake and Ak, which it would make sense if you get the marching orders from Ak, because his name is plastered all over Akademiks TV. It's actually named from you, Akademiks TV. So, I mean, it would only make sense, right?
That is crazy. Like they go crazy on people. Like they just say the wildest shit. Like they say the wildest shit about people. This is apparently this is allegedly George right here. that's a grand right there.
I guarantee you, the fact that he's being spotted outside of his home, people are taking pictures of him outside of his home, is something that startled him for sure. The man is out there in Australia, but they got pictures of him somehow. This is some next level shit. And even though we can't confirm, I feel like it's law enforcement. If it's not law enforcement, it's somebody that has a lot of money.
That's apparently him.
Right.
Now, but by the way, it gets crazier, right? So,
Yo, George, stay true, George. Don't roll, George.
He might have already did, but anyway,
Don't do it,
here's my thing. I don't know what Act went back and told the team.
Okay.
But then it's funny if I go to you and I say, yo, this dude, George, Grand with the Chat nigga, runs Akademiks TV, allegedly. And I'm telling you that this dude and this guy Carson might be cooperating and telling things about y'all that may or may not be true. But then you spend the whole week slandering me.
Oh, Act was slandering you?
No, Akademiks TV, who's ran by George, aka Grand with the Chat nigga.
Now, Charlemagne is giving a lot of grace to Akademiks, if you ask me. I find it hard to believe that Akademiks isn't aware of what Grand is posting. If he's mad at Charlemagne and talking shit about Charlemagne on the account, Akademiks is co-signing that. Regardless, it's his name on it. But Charlemagne is saying that it's only Grand that's doing it.
Facts. Because Grand Wizard already said he gets his marching orders from Ak and he gets his marching orders from Drake. He's not going to post anything that will incriminate either person. Everything is coming from Ak, and Ak co-signs. We already knew this. Like, Ak is not going to post anything or Grand Wizard is not going to post anything if he doesn't have the cosign from Ak or fucking Drake,
It's only George that's doing it. It's not Akademiks who's in control. But I find that hard to believe. Akademiks definitely is in control. I think Charlemagne is doing a play here where Charlemagne is trying to help Akademiks. He's trying to say that we're in good graces with each other. I'm not against you. If anything, I'm only warning you. So I don't know why your homie has to get at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you spend the whole week slandering me because of what I told Akademiks. It's like you're kind of proving these people right. If somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, this guy right here, works for these two individuals, gets paid to spread these narratives," and then when I go to your man and tell your man something about you, you spend the whole week slandering me.
But why would they slander you? Isn't that so obvious?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a great question. When I saw one of the posts, I sent it to Ak. And I'll tell you what Ak said. I sent it to Ak. I said, yo, aiming at me won't do nothing for him. I just put you on to what came across our desk because you always do it for me. And then he said, yeah, I think he thinks you and Rock Nation are exposing him. LOL. He said he got those pics 3 months ago. LOL. This is next level. LOL.
Rock
Dude
Nation
in another country.
Now that is pretty comedy, bro. You get private investigators in front of your house. Charlemagne warns you about it. And the first thing that George wants to do, Grand Wizard wants to do, is blame Charlemagne and Rock Nation. God damn. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. How is he the one that is setting this up when he's the one that's warning you? It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't think that Charlemagne is responsible for these investigators. I really don't.
Nah.
I think he wants to be fair. I think he wants Akademiks to know I don't have anything against you.
Facts.
This is what I've been hearing. But since he's the only one to tell them about it, now they think that he's the one responsible, which is completely ridiculous, because why am I going to tell you about something that I'm responsible for? If that's the case,
Also, why would Charlemagne spend money to send investigators over there to find out a lot of shit about Akademiks? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. Why waste the money? Investigators cost a lot of money. I'm just saying.
wouldn't want you to know that it's coming from me at all. So why would I tell you about it? I guess that's when the paranoia starts creeping in, and that's when people start blaming Rock Nation. That shit crazy. No wonder Jay-Z said public enemy number one. All of a sudden, he's the one that gets the blame. It's a murder mystery game.
Oh, so what the fuck Rock Nation got to do with this?
They think you're tied to this expose on
how? When I called your man
to notify him,
to tell him what the fuck was going on, I didn't have to say nothing to nobody. I could have took that information.
This is fascinating.
I could have took that information and did whatever with it. He could have just went and notified his team. Yeah. I don't know. So if Act notified his team and his team reaction is, all right, well, let's go slander Charlemagne for the week. That you're kind of
proving the point.
You're proving the point and making me look like, oh, so maybe it is something to what the fuck may be going on. But I don't know. I don't think Akademiks has anything to do with it. I really don't. I think he's he's affiliated with some people that he may not know everything that
they're up
to. Because there's lawsuits like that. There's lawsuits that Act just got added to, right? Like involving Drake and Steak and all types of other shit. And, the dude George is also in those lawsuits as well.
Okay.
And I just think that guy might be involved in some things that Act may not know about it. Act put me onto the whole Clipper game, even though I knew what the Clippers were, but they really roll like a mob and a mafia. And that's another thing I was telling Act. I was like, yo, there's people in these discords that they're...
And to add to the Clipping thing is exactly what we were saying previously. George Nguyen, when he was talking to the investigator, he said, do you know Eddie Craven? He owns Steak and Kick, but he also owns Clipping. Clipping is something that Akademikstv Grand Wizard uses. So how the hell is he not going to know who he is? I think this investigator is part of this whole entire lawsuit situation going on with Steak. Again, Steak is an Australian company also. So I don't find it hard to believe that they would send someone to Australia to find out about this unknown man who's also in a lawsuit with an Australian company that is tied to U.S. soil. I'm going to be completely honest here.
And it makes sense. He's from Australia, Australian company, just tie the two together, like just fucking process of elimination. It may not work like that, but in my head it does.
I think that it has to do something with the Steak lawsuit.
Oh shit.
I think it has something to do with some illegal activity. If Charlemagne was responsible, I don't think he'll be the one warning you. I don't think Rock Nation is responsible either. But that's the paranoia that they're dealing with. They have so many enemies, they don't know where it's coming from. They have so many personal problems, they have no idea where it's coming from. I think Akademiks doesn't want to believe that the people he associated with are willing to flip on him once things get too hot. Once things get too dangerous and start getting close to home, I think that they're going to be quick to snitch on Drake.
And you know what? They already have. If Charlemagne is coming to is trying to come to you and is telling you this information, telling you that, hey, Nguyen said this to the investigators and said that you are giving the marching orders, you and Drake are giving the marching orders, what makes you think he's not going to say anything else about you? If he gets in trouble, he's going to try to save himself. That type of shit. Let's fucking go.
Drake and Akademiks. And I think that Drake is responsible for some of the things that are posted to that account. I don't think that Drake is signing in and posting it himself, but I do think that he does have a say-so of what he wants on there or what he wants to be shared and the way he wants it to be shared. I think Drake does have control. I think Akademiks has control. And Akademiks himself is acting clueless. He's acting like he has no idea what's going on. But I think he does. But if he doesn't, then I think he's in for a rude awakening, because I think these guys, once they crack under pressure, they're going to tell on the whole entire operation. They're going to tell on Akademiks. They're going to tell on Drake. And as far as what Charlemagne has said, they already snitched on them once. I think they're going to tell all once they get a chance again to speak to somebody, whether it's an investigator, a government official. At this point, we don't know. I guess we'll find out where the investigator comes from later on. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this. Make sure you like the video, hype the video, subscribe to.
Hey, y'all go sub up to the Ville. Y'all go sub up to the Ville. All right, man. Final thoughts. I think that Akademiks and Drake are giving marching orders. I have said it in the past. It was all alleged, but now that it's coming out into the air and being aired out, it's all making sense to me. The Ville has said it in the past, in his past videos. He felt as well that Drake and Ak had a lot to do with this operation. If they didn't have anything to do with the operation, they wouldn't be mentioned in the lawsuit. I feel like if anything happened between Ak, Grand Wizard, and Drake, there's going to be a lot of laundry that's going to be aired out. A lot. And it's just one of those things that, if you make a habit or a career of airing out laundry, what makes you think that a disgruntled employee is not going to do the same to you? But those are my thoughts. Do I think that Ak is acting like he doesn't know what's going on? But leave it in the comment section. Do you guys think that Ak has any idea about what's going on with his Akademikstv page? Leave it in the comment section. This has been your boy Jtomreactions. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Also, hit that hype button for me. All right. That hype button is very important. Each point will get me closer to more views in the algorithm as well. And hit that noti bell on your way out. This has been your boy Jtomreactions. I am out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. All right. Let's fucking go. Oh, man. Y'all, you gotta stop that shit, bro. Just get yourself, you got yourself in it. You gotta get yourself out.